The first link was not the blackout, it was lighting. At 8:34 p.m., lightning hit Buchanan South, a key substation north of New York City. 2 circuit breakers opened. A breaker is basically a giant safety switch. It opens to protect equipment when something goes wrong, but after the fault clears, it has to close again. That is where the loose nut mattered. Because that breaker did not reclose, the system did not reset cleanly. Power from Indian Point was supposed to move through the grid toward New York, but the normal path was blocked. Electricity does not simply wait politely, it looks for another path. So the load shifted onto other transmission lines. Those lines were now carrying stress they were not meant to carry for long. Then the weather added the next link. A second lightning strike hit more 345 kilovolt transmission lines. 2 lines were lost, and only 1 came back. That sounds technical, but the result was simple. Fewer routes were left to move the same demand. The grid had less room to breathe. Every remaining line now mattered more, and every new failure became more dangerous. Con Edison tried to fight back, but the recovery chain was weak too. Operators tried to bring a fast start generating station online, but the remote start failed because nobody was operating the station. Other plants were available, but some could not produce full power because of maintenance. Then a third lightning strike hit Sprainbrook and knocked out 2 more critical lines. Now the human link became part of the failure. Operators were not just fighting bad equipment, they were fighting a bad picture of the system. The control room display did not clearly show which lines were still open. Con Edison thought one solution was available. The New York power pool saw a different overload problem. The 2 control rooms talked past each other, while the same grid kept weakening. Inside the city, the margin kept shrinking. Problems at East River reduced available generation. Astoria gas turbines could not synchronize cleanly with the system, so they could not simply jump in and save it. Con Edison began voltage reduction and load shedding, which means deliberately reducing demand to protect the grid. But by then the chain reaction was already moving faster than the fix. At Leeds, the next physical link failed. A heavily loaded 345 kilovolt line overheated. Hot conductors sag, and this one sagged far enough to trip. That failure pushed even more strain onto the remaining links to Long Island and New Jersey. Long Island opened its tie to protect itself. New York was losing outside support 1 connection at a time. The final links snapped quickly. Con Edison tried to manually shed load by dropping customers, but it failed. Then the Goethals-Linden tie to New Jersey tripped. New York was isolated. Big Alice, the huge Ravenswood generator, shut down to protect itself. The lights died. Then the technical chain became a human chain. Stalled streets, trapped people, fires, looting, emergency overload, and total chaos.